Hello, welcome to August 30th, 2024. My name is Kurt, and this is my daily Good Life meditation. It's an exercise that I do each and every morning after I wake up to remember my life objectives and principles, those which are outlined in my book, Going Alone. I also use the time to think about the last 24 hours and how I did with the challenges and opportunities that I met. I plan for the coming day, and I just make sure that I'm ready to die, have everything in order. All right, first, last night and yesterday. It was a great night of sleep. Yesterday was a solid day of work. Did everything that was expected of me, and no issues. Challenges or opportunities? Oh, there was one. I was contacted by a Japan podcaster for an interview, and they had arranged for a time, and I got everything ready. And when the time came, I sat there in the waiting room and nothing happened. So no big deal. So I was like, well, what do I do? And I just simply told myself, well, this is something that's outside of your control. And you can't control if anyone's going to pop up on the other side. So just adjust accordingly, sit and sip your coffee and wait 10 or 15 minutes, Kurt, and then send a message and move on with your day. That was easy enough, and it worked really well. No fuss, no muss, no nothing. And then we'll just adjust accordingly and find another time. It's interesting how, that's not a big deal at all. But even the small stuff, it's like things can't bother me very much. That's an interesting observation. You know how like when you're irritable? Work has been such the source of pain for me over the years. And when work has me exhausted, irritable, feeling stressed out and down, then that is the word exasperates? Exasperates? What is the word that makes worse? It heightens the difficulty of other things. Not that someone not showing up for a podcast interview would have ever bothered me very much, but it's interesting how it didn't just bother me, not at all. It was seen more as an opportunity to just sit, because I had set myself up. I had gone to Julian and gone to the coffee shop, Purple Owl Cafe, and set myself up with the dogs, and I set myself up all nice outside. I got myself a latte from the Purple Cafe, and I had the camera all set up with a beautiful background. So it was like a little studio setup. Some work went into it. But then I thought, it's not in least bit of irritation. I just thought, well, that's fine. Yeah, I'll just leave it there, and I'll just sit here and I'll admire the trees. So, and I think about, why are there trees here and not, because my a friend that I had made up here, it's funny how I'm making so many friends, had commented about how at certain elevations there are trees, and at the same elevation elsewhere in the mountains here, mountain deserts, there are no such trees. Anyway, so less of a challenge to deal with, and more of an observation that challenge didn't seem to bother me at all. Interesting. Now, of course, I know that there will be challenges that will, certainly try my every fortitude. Eventually my health will give up. So that'll be interesting. But I do strive every day to make sure that I'm always ready to die. And I do maintain the stoic attempt at remembering that the challenges of life will either do one of two things. They'll either pass or they'll kill me. Although I guess there is a third option, which is they could just linger, right? And we could just linger and suffer for a long time. Look at those mountains back there. So that was good. That was good. As for the creed, my creed consists of 8 objectives and 35 principles. The objectives are to be always ready to die, to make good and effective use of time, to develop and maintain, that hot breeze, always right here. It's like rolling over the mountain and coming down here like a river of warm air. I mean, the nights here aren't cold yet, if I wasn't going to Japan, I could easily spend the rest of my life here. Although not here. This is fine. But I found another valley further up there by the Volcano Mountain Valley, by a place called, I can't remember what it's called. That would be a place to live. But this is fine. The whole range here. Okay, where was I? My 8 objectives are to be always ready to die, to have my affairs in order, my relationship sounds, and my life's work complete. To make good and effective use of time. To develop and maintain good and sound life principles. To cultivate good emotional reactions. To perform good actions. To recognize true limits and true opportunities. To do just one thing at a time and do those things slowly and deliberately and carefully. And to keep my balance. And then I have my 35 principles that I use, the tools to help me achieve those 8 objectives. All of these things are available in my book, Going Alone, which you can get now on my YouTube channel. If you just go down, it's listed probably below this video. It's listed, and if you go to my homepage, there's a store, and you can find it right there. It's a PDF copy, $3. You can get a hardbound copy or a softbound copy from Amazon, or go to a bookstore and order it. And I had my first PDF sale yesterday, so someone bought it, and they even left me a $3 tip. Thank you. And I sent them a thank you video, that person. And know that money will go towards adventures. Soon, I'll be back in Japan. And hopefully with good health, with my time my own. Just that thought. And I'm going to wander. And any such money that comes in that way, be it through book sales, Patreon, whatever, will go towards funding those adventures. It'll buy the kippu, the train ticket that I'll use to get me to Yui. It'll buy the can of, or the bottle of tea out of the vending machine to keep me refreshed and fortified. It'll buy me a bowl of ramen or soba to refresh me during the day. Maybe there in Yui, I get the sakura soba, sakura ebi soba down by the harbor. Or maybe if I go far enough, it'll buy me a capsule hotel if I go somewhere. So that'll be good. So that's that. Look at these little, see these little acorns, green acorns on this tree. The dogs are kicking up a fuss. To be expected, they always do when I go out for the walk. I do laps every day, about 5 to 6, 7, 8 miles. I just lap around this property every day, shirtless, with a hat when the sun comes up. And the first time or two, the dogs bark. Usually this is my first lap, the dogs bark a little bit as they're doing, the separation anxiety. But then they get used to the laps and then they stop. Okay, so that was the 8 objectives. 35 principles. Like I said, you can see them in the book, and you can get the book in the store. Ooh, cold air right here. I've dropped down into a basin. There's a fence over there. Anyway, so as for today's a Saturday, so it's my shopping day. Also, I have to get some paperwork. The immigration in Japan wants our bank statement stuff, so I'm going to go down to Wells Fargo and get the printout, if I can, of our bank statement. And if they can provide me with an official document for that. The Japanese bank does that, and it would be nice if, I'm sure that our bank in Japan did that, and I'm sure that the immigration people would like that. If not, then I'll just take a snapshot, and send that, or PDF that, and send it over to Yumiko. I have to do my shopping, and that's about it. And do lots of exercise. Gotta stay healthy. Although I know that the exercise will only do so much. Eventually, like I said before, my health will give out all the more reason to pull the trigger on retirement as early as possible, to squeeze the juice out of these these early years of old age. I don't know how I was so tempted before to work long And, oh, that's a nice view back there. To work long. How was I so tempted before to work long? So that you have more money in the decrepit years. I don't want to have more money in the decrepit years. I want to have less money in the vital years and make the best use of it. And that should be more than enough to get me by in the decrepit years. Okay, I guess that's it. There's nothing more to say. I wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe.